See, Mick back. And this time with a opinion piece and a companion piece, and maybe even a reply to Mike from Analog Attacks. Fantastic favourite Japanese punk albums. Now, Mike's a bit more on the ground than me, living in Osaka, but anyway, this is the view from Brisbane, Australia. Okay, let's start off with an album from the 2010s. And this is Kriegshög. And this is the new wave of brutality of hardcore massacre from 2010. A self-titled album with some crass like artwork. Now this is a traditional Japanese hardcore album. Play Loud and Die is on the back. War for Peace is the chant. Their album from last year was fantastic as well, but one of those bands that for me was so good, I bought the t-shirt, and a split release between HD Fact, the Japanese label, and La Vida es de Muas, yes, the Spanish label, which I think now is located in London. So that comes in at number 10 on my favourite Japanese punk albums of all time. Okay, next one up is a bit of a special one. It's Melt Banana, and it's Scratch or Stitch, and it's on the Skin Graft label, and it's a co-release with the Nux organisation. It came in this fantastic outer sleeve there. I think you can see the cool little crocodile. The inner sleeve was a pure pink number. Came with an obligatory poster. And I guess the music is the other key thing. This is frenetic, hardcore paced, but experimental punk music. Because it's a vinyl channel, of course, there we have the actual label. Frenetic, fast, and something that's certainly unique. Now, for an album that Mike and I definitely agree on, and this is the Registrators Terminal Boredom on the always fantastic Rip-Off Records. Crazy garage punk. They also do have a single that has Hotel California on it, the definitive version. If you don't like the Eagles that much, you got to hear that version. Crazy. This is scratchy, to the point garage punk. Absolutely essential. Rip into a couple of beers with that one. Okay, next, another band that Mike mentioned, and it was the Stalin. Now, this is an album that is probably often seen as their classic. This one's called Stop Jap. Now, the first time I actually saw this album, it was actually as the Killed by Death 7 cover on red vinyl. My copy is anyway. And this one's on Climax Records. Definitely killer Japanese punk in a more traditional style, but some iconic artwork there as well. Now, probably the Japanese punk band I've seen the most, and that's the 5, 6, 7, 8s. And this is their debut album on Time Bomb, which actually came out in Australia a little bit earlier than it did the rest of the world on the Fantastical Go-Go Records. Classics on this are I Walk Like Jane Mansfield, and the big punk classic would be Scream. Time Bomb Records in Osaka. I love that shop. Certainly a bit expensive, but just a fun shop. This album here is the Kill Bill heroes running through some, I guess, 60 inspired garage punk. I've seen them all kinds of venues over the world, certainly in Brisbane, but most notably at a Japanese surf club off the coast of Tokyo. And also 1 potato for the kiddies. How good's that? Okay, next up, the Fujiyama Attack of Guitar Wolf. Which Guitar Wolf album to choose? It had to be this one, Jet Generation. Couple of earlier sort of influence songs with Kung Fu Ramon, which was the name of a earlier album, but also featuring, once again, the definitive version of a song, this time the Summertime Blues. Guitar Wolf warns, this is the loudest album ever recorded. Playing at normal value may cause irreparable damage to your stereo equipment. Use at your own risk. One of those guys I can't resist seeing live, Guitar Wolf. There's the inner there. Now, Seiji is Guitar Wolf, but I've had a little death passing away in the band in Billy, who I believe is the bassist there. Totally punk. A couple of times I've seen them at the Halloween ball. They just get on stage and scull beers and act super, what's the word? Super punk, but the Sid Vicious style of punk. Love it. Now, this was released through Matador Records. Anyway, great cover there. Now, of course, I couldn't have a top 10 of Japanese punk without thinking of Fink. And this time it is Teengenerate with their classic 10-inch, which is a self-titled one. Key tracks on this is Wild Weekend and covers of Burn My Eye. There's Shaker, Tail Feather. Lots of really fun albums. This one's on Monster. Monster, love this. Guaranteed to sound worse than CD. Guaranteed. We all liked good fidelity, but you do like a bit of crud in your punk, don't you? So, Suck, Sammy, Fink, and Fifi. A classic lineup here. And even though it's a 10-inch, certainly album length in the context of punk records. And here we go on the Munster label, but quite a plain one there. Okay, back to my hardcore faves. Now, Gauze, a name, Japanese punk name that should be on everyone's lips. I do remember Mike chose Gauze's Equalizing Distort, which I think is a great downbeat album, but this album with a charming title, Fuckheads, is complete Japanese frenetic hardcore chaos. Thanks to Google Translate, I've been able to fully realise what some of these lyrics are now. And quite a plain label there on the vinyl. One of those albums that you need to hear. Okay, we're getting down to the final couple. Okay, now the next band is the Boredoms, and I love the Boredoms, and the real trick was to choose which one was the most punk. And how could I get more punk than a Nanny Bomb meets the Sex Pistols? A band that I know from being more noise rock, but this is definitely punk. Some great tributes there on the back of the label. It says Groove to Boston, Buttholes, Rush, Kansas, ELO, Bon Jovi, Devo, Phantom Tollbooth, Mars, Sea Monkeys, Napalm Death, Happy Flowers, Sonic Youth, Memorames. Then it says FU to Swans, Sonic Youth, and Noise Musicians. I think that shows their nature more than anything. On the very interesting Selfish label, And with the Selfish label, a lot of the records were pressed in, well, their records were pressed in South Korea, and you can sort of tell that by that patent and pattern cover. So that's number 2. Okay. Now for the number 1, according to me anyway, Japanese punk album of all time. And it is High Rise with Psychedelic Speed Freaks. And what I have in my hands here is the PSF promo version. As you know, if you watch this channel, I do love Stooge-O-Rama craze ripoffs, and that's exactly what this album is. It's the Stooges concept up to 1,000+% maximized. One side recorded properly, other side cruddily recorded. There we go. There's the High Rise label and PSF 1A and PSF 1A label. Okay, thanks to Mike for your fantastic series. I can't wait to see a couple more installments, and up with the Japanese punks. Okay, talk to everyone soon. Bye now.